Hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Good.
As you see, they trying to stay on the friendly side up here.
Right.
Wednesday the 10th of March. Beautiful day. This is Sunny Hills.
Niquee. Like I said, peace and power
Peace
to
and
everybody.
Everybody.
You know, I start off with my day giving thanks to the Most High. When I wake up and see the ceiling, and I look at the ceiling of a room instead of an institution, mental institution or a cell block, I'm looking at a room of liberty. I'm currently out here with my brother Sunny Hills. You know, a very, very peaceful, serene moment. I always tell Sunny I come out here for recovery. Recovery and get rehabilitated. You know, so here we are, we doing our thing, enjoying the sun, enjoying this wonderful day today. I hope that you all doing the same.
I got Mr. Niquee on basis today. Want to catch up with what he's doing. Give you some background. Mr. Niquee is very well established and renowned basis. Not just here, but around the world. He played in China for many years.
Yes, sir. Seven beautiful years.
Being a bassist like that, he was able to take himself into the acting in China, many other things that he endeavored to do while living abroad. We, with him having first-hand knowledge of how it is to live abroad like that, in the dreaded China, as they call it. You know, propaganda is something else.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
I'm not a condoner of nothing political that China's done. Don't give a fuck about it. Or America. I'm just speaking of the quality of life in places other than the United States.
That's right.
You know, don't get booed by how good it is here and bad it is everywhere else.
That's right.
Wherever you're dying, you're dying.
No.
And I bet you in America, you have a more likely chance of somebody wanting to attack you or disrespect you here than you do anywhere you go in the world, other than South Africa, right?
Facts.
And I think that's to change to a degree where they ain't having that shit no more. So, what we're looking at is a situation where when brothers like Stevie decide to expatriate themselves, the brother didn't say he was going to do a show. He said he was going to expatriate himself.
Permanently.
Get out of here.
That's right. Exodus.
We, as a people, have to realize that we've been feeding into this crow. It was a thing that I learned when I was a child about feeding the crow. And the more you feed the crow, as soon as you stick your hand in to get the prize that the crow got down in the hole, you get bit.
Bite your hand on crows.
So we've been feeding the crow for many years.
Too long.
And it's time to really consider putting our energies and our powers, because as long as we praying to his God, praying to, doing everything relative to his culture, we're defeating ourselves. They got us walking around got our people walking around with red, blue, green, purple, identifying themselves as everything but themselves.
What a shame.
Because of their insecurities, they gravitate towards this difference that would set them apart from being what they are. This is a psychosis, whether we want to accept that or not.
Definitely.
It's a psychosis. So we first got to address and re-accept ourselves. To re-accept ourselves. That's a task for any and all, to re-accept oneself. I just pray that with examples of brothers like Stevie and others who come, and they're not waging war, they're just waging distance between them and the abhorrent behavior that has been exhibited towards us
Still to this day.
for how long we've been in this America. I mean, you get your culture stolen, they beat you down, make you take the God. I mean, we built pyramids and all kind of things in the Kushite era that had nothing to do with no Jesus.
True. Facts.
Not a damn thing. That's our culture.
J didn't even exist
The J didn't even exist
back then. That's right.
until
Facts.
the 1600s, when we were singing a song called, instead of Jesus, talking about the ship that John Hawkins brought a lot of them on. He didn't bring me. My people were already here. But a lot of us got brought on them ships to replace the ones they had killed. Not being brought here for the first time to be here. We were the Indians. We were the natives.
That's right. That's right.
What you see is the result of breeding policies. It's there for plain to see, for all to see. They would take a native woman out the village, impregnate her, and take them to these schools, what they called Indian schools back then, and put them in, all the girls in this one school and impregnate them, and then put them back into the villages. Designer people, you see the results of those years of those policies across the country in the people that you see who are the natives today, as they're called. And they were able to make a people to separate them from the people that were already here, so that the Africans could not recognize that it's their land.
Wow.
This is a little more outside of what most people understand, but this is the facts. I dare any of you scholars to make me out of a liar. All of you. Make me out of a liar. Do all of your research, and I guarantee you everything that I said will be substantiated with their breeding policies. They could rape a native woman, run trains on them in the towns, disease them up, impregnate them, doing all of this.
Listen, folks. That's their nature.
And here we are today. With people able, with people able to rush to what they call the capital of this land and be charged with, to attack it physically, to destroy the things inside of it, and they be charged with trespassing.
That's right.
Trespassing. If you listen to all the charges that they're coming up with, most of it's trespassing. Had it been black people, 99% of those that were there would either be dead
That's right.
or imprisoned in Guantanamo Bay some damn well.
Immediately.
Immediately. Concentration camp somewhere out in Arizona or Utah, one of them places where ain't nobody got ain't nothing but natural walls.
Facts. Facts.
This is not conspiracy theory. This is what the fuck we know they will do to us. Let it have been black people who have crushed that capital. Them Black Lives Matter people.
Facts.
And see how many we will be counting dead today.
And mind you, the protests that we did were peaceful. We didn't cause any.
Didn't go
No
nowhere
uproar.
near any of their structures or anything for
Their community. That's right.
the government.
That's right.
The government was attacked.
That's
It
right.
was not. That was a out and out resurrection attack, which means that
right.
everybody
That's right.
there, since people died, should have been charged with
Murder.
accessory to murder.
That's right.
Everybody.
Everybody
I can
that
tell you
was-
straight up, I know that fact because I got caught up in that trick. Being somewhere at the wrong time, the wrong place. And it was 20 years just for being there. Not 20 years just for being where somebody died. Not for killing them, but just being where they were.
Yeah.
You got
And I like to interject, my people. First of all, this is nothing about nobody's religion. We ain't about nobody's politics. We about
None of
facts
it.
and truth. And if we don't see the facts now, and going back to what Brother Sonny said, Stevie Wonder, a blind man.
A
physically
blind man. A
But
blind man.
spiritually, he has a lot of spiritual insight. He can see.
He
He
can
can
see
feel.
better than most people.
That's right.
It's
And he can see now it's time. Now it's time.
time to go.
It's time to get out of here. It's time to exit. Then
It's
you had
time.
Brother Akon. Akon starting the project, the infrastructure in Senegal, the Akon City. He's gonna have his own money. And we already know. We already talked about it. That he's gonna have some resistance.
No doubt.
You know, rather
You're going to get the same thing that happened to Idi Amin. A man who they vilified. I don't care what nobody say. They vilified him. Yeah, when you got people inside of your house resurrecting, you got to do something. You can't have people who loved the Europeans so much that they wanted them back. They wanted the Europeans to be rulers over them. Rather than when Idi came in, they had no hospitals whatsoever for the Africans. None.
Wow.
And had been there since 1800s in Uganda. Not one hospital for the indigenous people.
Ridiculous.
But they wanted that back rather than have somebody who gave them hospitals, did his
Schools,
best, at
that's
least,
right.
schools, everything, to
That's right.
educate them the best he could to bring them forward.
His own kind.
So,
To ourselves.
just like our own kind did Malcolm, our own kind did damn near all of these people.
That's right.
Booker T was one that did us. That's why they're able to do what they're doing with the corona now. He gave them the start. On us. One of our own kind. They just talk about the Tuskegee experiment. But let me tell you something. There was many more
A whole lot. Yeah.
things going on than the Tuskegee experiment. Y'all have to realize during that same period of time, they were moving across America, robbing and taking people's land. They could just walk on your land and say, it's mine
It's my
today.
land, yeah.
And the courts would uphold that white man
That's right.
in his claim.
And I like to add, because of my brother here, I've been watching old cowboy flicks, Gunsmoke, Rifleman,
They
Bonanza,
tell,
all
they
that
tell their
stuff,
story.
right? They tell you exactly how they are, what they do, and still we caught up in the United Snakes of America, still believing a lie. And they
Well,
show you how they really are.
They'd rather believe the pretty lie than the ugly truth.
That's
You know,
right.
the ugly truth is something that most of us don't want.
And then they tell us not to go to Africa, but they go there.
They go there and get rich
Yeah.
and come back with their trophies and
Wealthy.
all the shit that
That's
they
right.
want to come back with. But oh no,
Tell us don't go there.
It ain't no good for you over there.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
you go over there.
That's right. You got jungles and lions, tigers, and bears.
People
all
who
kind of
have
stuff.
any level of understanding and peace of mind and peace in their heart and not going over there to lord over the people that you come from this bullshit.
Mm.
Go live in peace.
That's right.
Go live in peace with your brother. Treat your brother like you want to be treated,
That's right.
and you will be treated the same.
That's right. And as Brother Sonny said, I lived in China, Hong Kong for 7 years. And they treated me like I was one of theirs. At first it was kind of strange because they looked at me weird, right? Like, because they're not used to seeing us over there. But once they got to know me, I learned some of the language, I learned some of the culture. They received me. And here in our own country, some of us don't receive each other. They got us so brainwashed, and that's why I said brainwash. Reverse it, wash the brain. You got to delete your hard drive from all this crap that we put in it.
Yeah.
You got to delete it. Because if not, guess what happened to your hard drive?
Get overloaded and break
Overload.
down.
That's right. Overloads and break down. And this is what we're seeing among our people. Our people are breaking down. And then they created this coronavirus. So that's another
For
warfare,
separation.
psychological and physical.
Well, that
thing we
was
gotta deal
done
with.
when they saw that the world was coming together with
Against
us,
them.
with George Floyd,
That's right.
and all of a sudden, can't be together no more.
Yeah.
I mean, separate them. Oh no, we got a virus. You can't be getting all together like that.
Yeah.
Go back and look.
And mind you, people all
At the
over
same
the
time.
world. That's right. Over the world. It was the same effect that Martin Luther King had. People all around the world was gathering because this man literally felt that he was in the right.
Yeah, he felt he
To
was
put
in the
his
right.
knee on this man's neck and kill this man right on TV.
Right in front
Like, he
of,
didn't
right, you know. But they saying that dead is dead. However you got there, if you murder somebody, if you kill somebody, you sat on somebody's goddamn neck for 8 minutes. That's
All that
intentional
weight.
murder.
Yeah.
I don't care what the fuck you call it or how you want to, what the jury want to, not the jury, the lawyers want to say about drugs and they found this in the back of the seat.
That's
How you
always
know?
the case
How
with
do you?
us.
How you know they found it in the back of the seat? They saying that bullshit.
They normally plan stuff like that. Cover-ups.
They can take the shit and put it in his mouth while he dead and put the shit there.
That's right.
He dead.
That's right. And this is my warning to my people. Because Baba know, we knew Baba did Gregory.
Very
To
well.
me, he's still alive because he lives in me.
And
He gave us a warning. Only thing you got to do is look at Roland Martin, Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory on Roland Martin's show. And Dick Gregory plainly said, it's all over. It's all over. The Creator don't need nobody to destroy what they created. So that's the actual fight. They fighting against the Creator
that's it.
and His creation.
That's it.
Come out
And,
of him.
and its creator.
And His Creator. That's right.
Because all you see today is just like the breeding policies that we're talking about the native,
Yeah.
what you call the red man today. They bred. You did the same thing in Cooch with albino. Bloop, 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 bloop. continuing to make it until the gene become dominant, what do you come up with?
That's right.
It's not no, this ain't no science, this ain't no shit, no wild mind shit that can't do. How many albinos you see running around? You think it can't happen if you keep on breeding the albino to the
That's right.
albino and make the gene dominant?
That's
Don't
right.
you do it with dogs?
Yeah. Then they get cast out. They cast them out.
You know, there was a thing called, after years you get unruly and your kind get unruly, people excommunicate you. When you bring chaos into peace. We had 200,000 years of uninterrupted history up until that mistake that we made there. 200,000 years.
That's right.
Have we not seen it?
That's right. Absolutely.
Have we not seen it?
Yes, indeed. And I truly believe because of our disobedience, our ancestors, our forefathers being disobedient to the Creator, allow us to be in this position because we did something that we shouldn't have done.
Yes, we did.
But now we're coming out of it. We're coming out of that period. There's a new horizon, my people. Those who
whole new world
are
order.
free, minds are free and liberated, you can feel and sense it. Just like Brother Stevie Wonder. He can sense it and feel it and say, my children, children, children. I don't want to live in a land where I'm disrespected and not loved. I'm giving respect, I'm giving love, but I'm not getting that in return. And then my children, we got to think about our babies after
Instead
us.
of ourselves.
Who will carry the torch? Look at our young men today. The young men and women. Fatherless. We got to step up. I would say this is our last chance, people.
This is it.
This is our last chance
This is it.
to facilitate, to create, strategize. How you gonna make it through day to day? You know, people say, "Oh, at the end of the day," you don't know what's gonna happen at the end of the day. You better start strategizing. There's something you gotta start planning. Big saying, this whole thing that we live in is a game. They playing games with us. The game is about to come to an end, and you're part of the end.
Don't let nothing play with your RNAs, people.
That's right.
That's all I'm gonna say on that.
That's right.
When you play with your RNA, who's to say how they are playing with your RNA?
That's right. And what they injecting
And
in
what
them,
they're doing, whether
what
you
they
get the
injecting
same
in them,
thing
you getting the same
that they
thing.
get.
That's right.
Who's to say? Nobody knows.
That's right.
And that shit about trust, you know, you trust. We've had enough trust. I don't care who in there. I don't care who in that house.
That's right. That's right.
It's the same thing, the same flavor, fingers on the same hand. I don't care how you look at it. This ain't about being political. This is about being factual.
And aware people, be very much aware. As Marvin Gaye said, what's going on in the city blues. Then Curtis Mayfield.
What's going on?
Sam Cooke. We had all
It's
these
been a long
prophets.
time coming.
Yeah, all these prophets was preparing us.
They told us. It's a new world order.
New world. Earth, Wind, and Fire
Brand
said,
new
open
day.
your eyes. Open your
Curtis
eyes.
Mayfield.
That's right.
We had prophets that came and told us, brother,
That's right.
there's too many of you dying. Mother, there's far too many of you crying. You know we got to find a way to bring some love in here today.
It's that time, folks.
That's what he said.
It's that time. Right now. Start making your plans right now. Because
Think of other places other than this.
that's right.
Don't get yourself locked. That you got to keep on taking somebody's shit. It's like being in an abusive relationship. You know,
That's right.
you know, you get caught up, whether you're a male or female, you get caught up in the cycle. and the heat of the love and all that you feel is called, they call it love. You
Don't be
get
a
caught up
fool.
in the shit, but
Yeah,
it ain't, at the end of the day, it ain't gonna, they say it ain't gonna be good for you,
that's right.
one way or the other.
Teddy Pendergrass say, wake up everybody. No more sleeping
No more
in
sleeping
bed.
in bed.
No
We
more
better
back
wake up.
thinking. Got to think ahead. We've been back too long. It's good to reflect on the back, what we went through,
Yeah.
you know, to reflect. But now we living for today. And now we got to move forward.
Time to
We
go.
have to move forward. And we can't go to a government that enslaved us and oppress us and abuse us. We can go to them
and expect them to
liberate
want
you.
to really help us.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Come on, folks. We got to wake up now. It's a wake up time. Wake up call.
It ain't.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
People like Stevie again, we have to really consider when a brother
Mind.
that level
Yes,
and
indeed.
intellect who is put, he's been a music warrior. There's some of us who are music warriors.
That's right.
We put our things out through our music. I've got free your mind. It's your money. Leave us alone.
That's right. Better leave us alone.
Because if you don't,
Your ass be
your ass
gone.
will be gone.
Spreading our wings. It's
Spread
time
your
to
wings.
spread. Mount up and fly away.
Hey, it's
This is real, folks. This is real.
it's time.
It is time.
That's what we got.
We
It's
got a
time.
song. It's time.
It's time.
Everything that's existing now, we have a song for to represent today's time, and it's up to y'all to embrace it, take it for what it is. And we got to unify. That's the only way we can do it. We got to unify.
That's it. In a nutshell. Now I'd like, what are you working on now, Mr. Niquee? Changing the subject.
Yeah, right now I've been working here in PA with Brother Sonny. We've been working on some music, like we normally do every time we get together. We're doing some musical things. Currently working with It's All Good. I'm the A&R. I'm connected with Universal Music Group now, Sony, Concord Records out of Beverly Hills, California, and also Atlanta Records. So right now, we in the phase of just writing, producing, writing, meaningful music and lyrics that have some substance that will feed the spirit.
Right.
It will feed your spirit and feed your soul. Every time we get together,
open
it's
the
just
mind.
electrifying. It's something electrifying. The spiritual chemistry that we had, and we just click, making music. The lyrics, writing some lyrics. I will be traveling. I'm doing some things abroad. I'll share that at a later date. But a lot of great things are happening. So start strategizing, start planning, get your blueprint, booking in place, and follow. Just don't talk about it. Be about it. When we come out here, we working. We putting in some time. And it's not hard, because it's already in you. The gift's already in you.
That's it.
So utilize the gift. It's a shame that a lot of us work other jobs, not your
Work for other
job, but
people.
other jobs, fulfilling their vision and dreams 20, 30, 40 years, instead of working for self. Malcolm X said, until the black man free his mind,
That's right.
free his mind and do for self. Do for self first, and then you can pass it on to somebody else. So that's the mindset that we must have.
Yeah, we got to do for ourselves.
To overcome these trying times that we are in now, folks, we got to do something now. And if not, I feel bad from what I see in the future.
We expounding to consider other places. Whether you go or not, look into it.
That's right. I know Steve said he's going to Ghana. Steve said he's going to Ghana. You got Brother Akon, like I said, he's in Senegal. And believe me, there will be others that's going to follow. I know some folks right now that's over there already. Living a free, liberated
Living
life.
in peace.
Living in peace and doing business with our brothers and
We got
sisters.
songs like that too. Living in peace.
Living in peace. So say everything we talk about, everything that people want in life, we have music,
And music
for
relative
that.
to it.
You know, to feed your spirit, to feed your mind, to feed your soul, because you're not liberated. We're born free, but according to their laws, the pursuit of happiness, every man is created equal. Every man that's born is created equal. Come on, man.
Well,
Y'all keep buying into that.
But yeah, mind you that when the time that was done, we were not considered men. We were
That's right.
considered three-fifths of a human.
That's right.
So we were not considered men, and they were not talking about us. And you didn't just become a man because they did the 14th Amendment. They, you know, when you look at Dred Scott, it still states, and it has not been repealed. This is the same Dred Scott that they used to get all the police off. That decision, what you have to realize is the United States was disbanded in 1993. Newt Gingrich did that. There's no United States.
United States.
There's the American states, but there's not the United. There's no longer united. Newt Gingrich got each state back the right to self-determination, pushed it through Congress, and got it passed. The right to self-determination, which put all laws back to 1860, prior to the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln made the United States, and then did the Emancipation Proclamation, a proclamation which means I proclaim, which don't mean nothing, but when Trump was in there, he started to proclaim we were slaves again.
That's right. That's right.
This is not propaganda. This is what the pants started to do.
And I'd like to interject with Brother Son and add on to what he's saying. Yes, according to them, they create the word man. We're greater than men. We're created in the image and the likeness of a great creator. And then yes, I am inhuman. I'm not 3/5, because there's no way you can compare us to them. There's no way you can compare us, what they call themselves men. There's no comparison. So I agree with them. With that 3/5, we're greater than. We're greater than.
Well,
We just don't know that. We don't
the
practice.
thing is that when you allow someone to classify you,
That's
and
right.
who has the audacity
Yes,
to think that they can classify your humanity,
yes, that's right.
and they, on all levels, do not shape up to you physically, mentally,
That's right.
or anyway.
No comparison. That's right.
This is not racist. This is facts. When you
That's right.
wait